Can there be more Harvey Weinsteins? Now, to give you a little bit of more preview, Harvey Weinstein was the sole reason of why the Me Too movement started. Harvey Weinstein was a CEO of a large Hollywood production firm that made all the actresses where actresses were casted. And Harvey Weinstein rose to power and started abusing that power, where he used to abuse and harass women in order to get more and more favors from them. But this is not about Harvey Weinstein. It's about the social hierarchy of a system which can produce many more people like him. Now, in a scenario like Hollywood, where you are told if you are attractive, you can get a chance to get ahead and become much more famous. And the people behind the scenes, like Harvey Weinstein, like directors, more and more of them, day in, day out, are coming forward as somehow guilty of or asking for sexual favors, sexually abusing their co-stars, sexually harassing them, mentally harassing them for what they are doing. And it made me realize that Harvey Weinstein may have been one of the culprits of that system, but he was not the reason why the system was started altogether. He realized that this is the social norm of the environment that he was in, and realized that the power that he holds from them, he can use it to leverage any form of favors that he can get. Now, being a man, the greatest power that he can leverage over the other gender was to get them to do anything that they want. Doesn't matter how much perverse in nature it is, but it can be done. And the ones who refuse to do it can always be rejected because nobody would know them. So, do you think that there can be more of them? I believe that yes, there will always be more of them. And they will always exist at the top of any corporate hierarchy that you can see them. Because these people know that the power that they hold over the one who doesn't have, it becomes a leverage that is so strong that you can manipulate a person to do anything that they want. Now, it can not only be about just sexual favors. It can be about asking for money for doing something, which is where corruption begins. It can be about making people do drugs, even if they don't want to do, because it's a complete structure of power. The social norm of Hollywood was that here are beautiful and pretty people, attractive people in general, and you hold the power to actually make them famous. Now, depending upon how much the other person wants to become famous, because in turn they are also looking for that similar kind of power, you have to go through an experience that will change you entirely. And which is where Harvey Weinstein came in. He told them that I can make you rich, I can make you famous, I can give you the same kind of power that I am holding. In turn, you will have to do something sexual for me. That was the case of Harvey Weinstein. But when he actually rose to power, Harvey Weinstein must have also realized that this is how the entire structure works. He is sitting at the top when he reached the top, although, and came to a realization, because now he sits at the top, nobody has the power to dethrone him, because this was the pre-internet era where nobody could actually come forward, and if they could come forward, there was no way to testify them, or they didn't even have the credibility to get the things done. And which is where people like Harvey Weinstein gained power. The Me Too movement that actually began was a very noble movement that told that victims of sexual harassment, mental harassment can actually come forward and say, this is what happened with me, show your truth, say your truth, and you can come forward. And we need to stop this. But is it even possible that you can stop an abuse of this manner? I find it doubtful, because people in power will always figure out a way to shift their ability to retain the power.